Hey guys, welcome to another Hunter video. I'm a Night Elf Hunter on the Whisperwind server, and right now I am in Heroic Trial of the Champion, which is one of the new 5-man instances in the Argent Crusade, or Argent Tournament rather. And after the ungodly long intro video or cinematic, whatever you want to call it, we're about to start. Now with the cinematic, it is, like I said, ungodly long. And there's a way to shorten it. Have one person in the group stay in and everyone else run out, then start the intro. And while starting the intro, you're gonna only have one intro instead of the 5 intros of every character, and you can speed it up by at least half a minute. And once you start, you're gonna have to fight 9 guys in total to take them down by jousting. Fairly easy to do, especially when there's 5 of you. And then once that's done, you're gonna have to fight 3 other guys who are very tough, and you gotta take them down. Now there's a few tricks to this. One, remember to always keep your shield up to 3 at all times. If you need some tips on how to joust, then I have a jousting video. I'll have it linked onto my website, tribunalxhunter.com, or linked to the sidebar. Now as you can see, I'm staying close to this corpse here because you want to stay close to him and trample him once he gets up, because he'll still slowly start walking towards the horses, and I missed him and he got onto a horse. You basically have to make sure he keeps off his horses so he could stay down. And there, as you saw, if you're low on HP on your horse, you don't have to dismount. Run up to another alliance or horde horse, whichever one you're at, and just click on it and you'll be able to get on. And this way, you don't have to dismount, get off. Even when you're slightly close to lower health, get off your horse, or not get off, switch to a new horse. And now we've just taken them down, and once that's over, immediately the fight starts when we're out of jousting. Now this is a problem because we need a tank and healer, and everybody should be ready for this. A few problems. We usually don't have any buffs before this. We still have our lances on, and we don't have our real weapons. So what you should do is everybody run out, and if you're a hunter, feign death, and everything will be dandy. They'll restart, and they'll restart back when they're off their horse, and then you can buff and coordinate. Now what you should kill first is, right now we're killing the Tauren because he is a shaman and he healed. The next one that we usually go for is the rogue, because the poison things on the ground, they're created by the rogue. And just as a note, the hunter of the group, which is the troll, he will disengage back, and usually you have to make sure you have aggro on him and make sure the healer doesn't grab aggro. So it's fairly simple as long as you have a good group, good healer, good DPS, good tank, and they're taken down fairly easily. The orc, by the way, is a warrior, and the undead is the rogue. And I just got an achievement, Trial of the Champion, which is to kill all the bosses in here in normal mode. And there's the loot. Treads of the Dismal Fortune. Alright, now talk to the guy NPC here for the next quest. Now, if you missed that, it was a shaman's totem that basically pulled all 9 enemies towards us, and what we like to call that shaman fail. So now with these guys, you have to make sure you kill the priestesses first, because the priestesses mind control as well as heal. So after you take them down, the next one you should go for is the light wielder, because no other reason other than the monk that you have to kill also. He will go immune for about 10 seconds like the paladin bubble and slow everyone down around him, and because of that he should be killed last and the light wielder should be killed first. Now you just have to take care of the other 6. It depends on how well geared your tank is. Our tank appears to be pretty confident to be pulling all 9 at once. Now there are 2 different types of bosses that could come up here. One is a priestess, which will at half point summon a shadow of previous, I guess, memory. And there are things there such as Hogger or Malkazar, I forget his name, the guy from Karazhan. And you have to fight the shadow. So that's when you should save your cooldowns to fight that. But right now we're fighting the paladin. And this guy is pretty easy, and especially easy if you are a hunter, a beastmaster hunter at that actually. The main skill the paladin has is he will target someone randomly and throw a light hammer, which will do some pretty significant damage. So you either need a great healer if they can survive it, or if not, to have enough DPS or be geared enough to survive a hit from that. And also, every once in a while he'll shine light on the group, and what you have to do is just turn around so that you're facing away from him, or else you'll be stopped for a little while because you're blinded. Now, as I said, it's easier for a hunter because a beastmaster can beast your wrath out of it or just completely ignore it. So there it is. Shield your eyes, turn around, then I'm fine. Now, if you're someone who didn't turn around, then that means you're basically CC'd for a few seconds. And there it is, Hammer of the Righteous, which hit our healer, killed her instantly. And so if you haven't popped all your cooldowns yet, now's a good time to do so. Now let me just speed things up. This run took about 25 minutes, and so I had to speed things up in order to make it for the 10-minute limit of YouTube. So that's what dropped, a mace and a DPS melee necklace. But the one I currently have is a little bit better, so I pass on it. And if you're doing heroic of Trial of the Champion, you're gonna get champion seals, which is also great for getting any mounts or non-combat pets. Now for the last one, you talk to the guy and you'll summon the Black Knight. Now there's 3 phases to the Black Knight, and the most dangerous of the 3 is definitely the 3rd phase when he turns into a ghost, and so you want to save your cooldowns until then. You take down the 1st phase. It's fairly easy. You gotta take him down quickly before he strangulates somebody and does very heavy damage. Make sure you don't get caught in the ghoul explosion as well. And then he will do an Army of the Dead. And all you have to do is avoid the unholy circles on the ground that he casts, and AoE down the ads. Now you could leave the ads and they'll corpse explode, but sometimes it's bugged that they won't corpse explode all the time, and you don't want those ads on you during the 3rd phase. Now the 3rd phase, he will add a stacking debuff which will increase magic damage, and he will hit everybody in the team with magic damage, so it's basically a DPS race. So this is when you should pop all your cooldowns and just take him down as quickly as possible. Now there's also another debuff that he puts, which increases the magic damage you take by a very hefty percent. I have it right now, marked for death, 200%. As a hunter, what you can do is use deterrence, and during that entire time you won't take any of the magic damage, and so that's a little tip for those hunters out there. And let's go loot the body. Just be polite, make sure everyone's up. Frozen orb, as with all heroics. plate, healing hands, and cloth, DPS, chest. Everything here is item level 219, so same as Alduar Tin Man. And that's it for this video. Thank you very much for watching, and take care. Till next time.